So we're in a little bit of a predicament today. I have two photo shoots going on. I have one tonight and one tomorrow, and I actually don't know where we're gonna be doing the photos at. And this is a predicament I find myself in all the time, and I know a lot of us photographers have that issue. And so today I'm gonna run you guys through the process of how I find my locations to do the photo shoots. So the thing that I always take into consideration when I am looking for my photo shoot locations is first, obviously, what the subject is of the photos. So today we're doing some senior photos, and he wants to off-road his truck and take some pictures of his dirt bikes too, and then have kind of like a tree grassy area to take some like solo photos in. And then tomorrow we have a photo shoot with a Porsche Turbo, and I kind of wanted it to be more of like a dark, moody kind of fall color, gets like a lot of oranges and get the sunset and stuff. So, but around Idle Falls doesn't have a lot of like super foresty places that I can do rollers and stuff. So I'm actually gonna have to like drive and go out of town to find that. But we're gonna go check out the photo shoot spots that I think might work for this place, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So the first step is definitely figuring out like what your subject is, like what color they're going to be wearing, what color is the car, all these sort of variables, because the background that you choose for those photos will actually be really important. And I'm a believer that like 90% of car photography is actually landscape photography that you just happen to put a car in front of. So it's the background that you pick is actually huge, because you could put just like a normal car but put it in front of an incredible background and it'll look really cool. But if you just put a really cool car in like a boring background, then the photo won't be that cool. So background is essential for car photos. So the first thing that I do when trying to find car photos is I determine the subject, and then I start scrolling through Google Maps. Since I know my area pretty well, I can just like scroll through and kind of find like what vibe I'm kind of going for. But if I'm like in a new area, I will spend hours just on Google Maps doing Google Street View and just finding locations. And I know everybody kind of wishes there was just like an easy way just to find locations, but it really is just hours and hours of scrolling Google Maps and then going in person to seeing if those locations actually work. Because time and time again, I'll find this spot that looks like a really sweet industrial area. You can like just picture like how this photo shoot would turn out, but then you actually get there and either the place is blocked off or it's restricted, or it just doesn't look as good in person as you hoped it would. So definitely find a spot on Google Maps and then go to the location and see how it looks. So that is exactly what we're doing today. I've actually haven't been to like either of the locations that I've picked out. So we're gonna go in person and just like go like see what they actually look like. See, and I'll put them up on the screen right here. I found this street on Google Maps, and it has like a really cool like just row of trees, and it just seems like it would just be a perfect spot just to do some stills and get kind of like a foresty feel there. And then the second spot, it's out about an hour drive away, but it's this really just beautiful like forest road that just winds and goes, and it doesn't seem like it would have too much traffic either. So I'm hoping that we can go there, find some cool spots to do some stills, but then also do some rollers with the fall colors and the black turbo. So we're gonna be checking out both of those locations. So let's get on the road and let's go check out the first spot. Looks to be the neighborhood right here. Kind of just like completely covered in trees and stuff. It's actually kind of cool. But let's go see how this will work for the senior photos. Not really much of the fall colors are coming out yet though, so just kind of hoping for it to be a little bit more fall colory, but let's go see how this looks. It's kind of a gorgeous road. See, that looks pretty sweet. But yeah, there's like this like cul-de-sac around the back here. Always just like fields and stuff. I think this spot will work. I'm gonna open up my sunroof. Gets a little more light in here. But yeah, I think this location will work actually like really well for the photos. And as you can see on here, I broke my windshield this last weekend, and I just barely put that on like 2 months ago. And this windshield on this car costs $2,000. So not excited to change that, but oh well. But first photo shoot location, I think this will work great for tonight. You can definitely picture like how I want to angle him and where I'd put him. So I think this will work great. And let's want to stop by a gas station, get an energy drink, and then we have to get on the road because the second photo location is an hour away. So let's go grab a Monster and let's get on the road. All right, just did the hour-long drive. Now we're just pulling into the road to go check out this photo shoot spot. A lot of the trees already have their leaves gone. Like, that's super surprising that they're like already dead. They're like leafless for the winter. This is super pretty, just like river spot. But we're gonna be going up the road because we're actually gonna be using this spot for more for rollers rather than anything. And I kind of want to find a spot that we can like park up the car. Kind of big speed bumps. Hopefully the turbo can make it over them. Another big thing to like keep in mind when looking for these photo shoot spots is orientation of the sun and which way you want to shoot, because like I would love to have the river as the background for this photo shoot, but the sun will be over on this side, away from the river, so I probably won't be able to shoot that way with good lighting. But it just looks really cool. Like there's a spot over here with all the like the leaves on the ground, and it's like perfectly shaded too, so that'd be actually really nice for lighting wise. If you can see this spot right here, super pretty, tree covered, leaves all over the road. I think posting up the turbo like right in this area would look really good. All these just really pretty trees, and the lighting will be really nice. That'll be the first photo shoot spot. That one looks awesome. Now let's go down this road over here and go down this road a little bit, see if it'll be good for rollers. You can tell the road is just tree covered and super windy, which looks really good. Never shot in this area before, so I'm really excited to see just how this will look. Yeah, there's just a winding road right here. Not much fall colors yet, but I can see some fall trees up on top of the hill here, so we'll go see if the road takes us to a spot where it's like all kind of more fall colors, because that's the goal with this photo shoot. Is I have a black car and I kind of want the orange yellow leaves, and I'm looking for spots to pull off and do stills into, so we can get more like parked up shots so they're not all just rollers. And this has a ton of like little offshoots on the road, but a lot of them are just like dirt roads, and kind of don't want to take the black car down some dirt roads because they'll just make the car super dirty and not look very good for the other photos, and it'll make the tires look all gray and dirty too, so we kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. It's kind of wild to me, like all the trees are already just like completely just brown and no leaves already. Like you have the green from the evergreens here, but a lot of the trees are just already dead, which is kind of crazy for the first week of October that all the trees are already gone. There's still some red and like yellow going on, so I think we'll be fine. We got an open road here. Let's do a launch on this thing. Transmission over in sport. There is a lot of potholes, and you just hear the oh. You hear that? Dang. This car's just so aggressive, I love it. So good. But yeah, lots of potholes out here I'm finding. And I have been kind of sending it just to enjoy the windy roads a little bit at a time, but hit them pretty hard. I'll just put it this way, I'm very happy my tires are not flat in the middle of nowhere now, and that my suspension is still in one piece, because there's one, now that we flipped around and I'm coming up back this way, I was sending her hard and hit it pretty hard, and I feel like I felt the car bottom out. Yeah, it's this one right here. This huge hole right here. Ugh. I hit that going like 50. And that didn't feel good. But yeah, I've just been driving on this road. I've never been on this road before, so just got in and get out. I do think it'll be really good for rollers. We'll just have to make sure to be mindful of the big potholes here and to make sure like the turbo doesn't hit it, because it's a lot worse when the sports car hits the potholes than the SUV does. Like looking for spots around and mostly like looking at the trees, seeing like how the backdrop will be when we're cruising through here, and also finding spots to where we can like stop and get some still shots. So we're gonna be doing still shots at that first place that we just saw with all the trees, and I've actually found a couple spots where the road has a really long straightaway so we can see traffic coming. And then but the trees themselves looked really cool. Like there was this really cool spot, maybe I'll go see if I can find it again, where the trees all looked just yellow and nice, but then all the the trunks were black, so it put this really nice like black yellow contrast with it. So like the black and red turbo would look really nice with that backdrop. And that's the thing you just got to do. Like you never know, especially when you're in an area that you've never seen before, just like what things will pop up and what will just work for the photos. And it's also important to like scout it out, see how busy traffic wise it is. Like I'm here on the middle of the day, so it might not be as busy as it will be tomorrow, but the traffic is minimal. Like I've passed one car on like the last 20 minutes I've been driving, and so it seems like it will be pretty safe to park the car on the road itself to get the photos. But that doesn't mean that it will always be that way, and make sure you don't set up shoots around blind corners or anything like that, because people like me can be driving their BMWs really fast and come around a corner and just like not know that you're there. I literally just stopped right here just to like look just around, and down the road right there I just saw a bear running around right off the road. Maybe I won't hang out right here and just walk around then. Didn't bring my bear stuff with me. So yeah, we're gonna keep driving, but I literally just saw a bear just run through the trees right there. So this spot right here is actually what I was kind of talking about. We have big long straightaways. The roads you can't even see. Big straightaways on both sides so you can see what traffic's coming. But then we got this like insane contrast with the orange and the black branches on both sides. So I think this will be a sick spot to do some like profile shots, shooting through the trees and getting just some like depth of field photos, whatnot. So this spot I think will be perfect for that. And I don't want to hang out outside the car too long, blocking the road, but also knowing that there is some bears in the trees around me. So let's get going. Well guys, I think we are done picking out our photo shoot spots. We've just been driving on this road right here, kind of seeing what this other road looks like on the side, and we found this absolutely insane view right here. There's actually like some waterfalls like way down right there, and then just got all these crazy trees. X3's doing awesome, so luckily the suspension is not broken. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. So I hope you took some value away from just seeing my process on how I find photo shoot locations and coming and exploring the beautiful Mesa Falls area with me. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up, go drive home, and then go do the senior photos that we found the first spot for, and enjoy the drive back in the X3. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming here. And if you have any other questions or any like tips that you want to know about how I do my photography or finding locations or editing and that stuff, comment down below, let me know, because then if I get your feedback, then I know what videos to make. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending this time with me and coming on this adventure with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.